So, okay, this is state 6. Then go to of I2 comma D. C tends to D dot. So how it is C tends to D dot? So you see here, go to of I2 comma D is here C tends to dot D is there. After this dot D is there. So I'm mentioning as C2 tends to D dot comma dollar is mentioned here is dollar. So this is the unique. This is another one unique state. That's why it's mentioned as I7. You see here, I4 has the lookout symbol as C comma CRD. Here I7 has the lookout symbol of dollar. The next thing is I3 comma, we have to expand, we have completed I2, now we have to expand I3. So in I3, after dot, non-terminal C is there, that's why go to of I3 comma non-terminal C. So non-terminal C tends to CC dot CRD. So this is after this dot, you cannot expand further. So it is a unique state. So it is mentioned as I8. Now go to of I3 comma terminal C. This production rule C tends to C dot non-terminal C, comma C or D. Again, after this dot, non-terminal C is there. So non-terminal C tends to dot CC slash C comma D. How it is C comma D is go to the parent production. After this dot, if it is shifted to the next position, the dot will be here. There is no symbol. So what symbol present in the look at in the parent production rule that will be mentioned here. The same thing follows for C tends to dot D. So this is I3 comma C is same as I3. The symbol, the production rules are same. Now go to of I3 comma dot D. So it becomes C tends to dot D slash C comma D. So this is similar to the state I4. So you know that I5 cannot be expanded further. So it is mentioned as null because after this dot, there is no symbol. So I5 comma X equal to null. Now go to I6, go to of I6 comma non-terminal C. After this dot, non-terminal C will be there. So C tends to CC dot dollar. So this is a unique state. That's why it's mentioned as I9. I9. Then go to of I6 comma terminal C. So it becomes C tends to C dot non-terminal C comma the dollar will be mentioned here. That is mentioned as it is. Now after this dot, non-terminal C is there. Expand that non-terminal C tends to dot C non-terminal C comma dollar. Okay. So how the dollar comes here? Go to the parent production. This dot if shifted here means no symbol is there. So dollar will be mentioned. So C tends to dot D comma dollar. So this is same as the state I6. Now go to of I6 comma D. Go to of I6 comma D equal to C tends to D dot. You see here dot will be represented here. C tends to D dot comma dollar. That is I7. Okay, that is I7. Now this is the transition table. Sorry, this is the parsing table. Now we have identified the closure operation for all the states. Now you can see here, no new state is there. So after we have expanded till I6, I7, I8, I9 cannot be expanded. So because after this dot, no symbol is there. So we cannot expand I7, I8, I9. Now draw the parsing table for all the states. Okay. So the from 0 to 9, the states are mentioned here, and this C is a terminal. Go to operations are mentioned for terminals, and C D dollar. Then action is mentioned for non-terminal S and C. So 0 comma C, we know that I0 comma C non-terminal C is S3. So like that we have to fill the table. So when you are going for the production for shift operation, there is no change what we have seen in the SLR parser. But for reduce operation, in SLR parser, we have used follow position to identify the reduce operation. Here, we are going to identify the look ahead symbol for the reduce operation. So I4, I5, I7, I8 and I9 having reduce operation because this dot is in I4, I5, I7, I8 and in I9, the dot is present at the rightmost end. So these states will perform the reduce operation. So now you see here I4, then C tends to D is the production. C tends to D is the third production. Now where we have to, what are all the cells we have to mention the reduction operation is. So you just see the look ahead symbols C or D. So in the place of C and D, you have to mention the production rule R3, R3, R3 in the place of C and D. Now go for I5. This is the first production rule, and you see the lookout symbol is dollar. So in the place of dollar, you have to mention as R1. And for 7, I7, you see this is the third production rule, and the lookout symbol is dollar. In the place of dollar, mention the third production rule as R3. And in I8, you see the second production rule, and the lookout symbols are C or D. So R2, R2. And in 9, you see the lookout symbol is dollar, and it is second production rule. In the place of dollar, you have to mention the production rule 2 with the reduce operation as R2. So this is how we can construct the CLR parsing table. I hope you have understood the concepts of CLR parsing table construction. In the next lecture, we will see how to parse an input string by using the CLR parsing table. Thank you.